if I traded it all, if I gave it all away for
Welcome back, everyone. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to be sharing the show afterwards. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to bring on my next guest who's been with me almost 4 years now in October.
Coming up.
And you know what? You are here. You've been on a mission since the day that I met you.
I have been.
And you've been to help other people.
Yes.
Tell everybody about yourself. I don't even have to introduce you. Your voice says it.
Yeah.
Solar Sandy is in the house.
So it's so nice to be with you, Carol. And yes, my goal is to help as many people understand that by producing their own power versus buying it from the power company, they're paying a lower cost for something that we all have to buy. We're in Arizona. We have our ACs running full. Yesterday, boy, it was the hottest day. I think we broke a record yesterday. And you think about this. No matter what, we're going to use electricity. And as our power costs increase, and there's another increase coming in August, and there'll be continued increases year after year, so the same electricity that you're using today will cost more and more and more. It gets to the point where we're living uncomfortably and unaffordably in our own homes. And it all started because I personally couldn't help my own daughter pay her power bill over 6 years ago now. I'm a mom and a grandma and a retired registered nurse that I was on a fixed income, Carol, and I couldn't help my daughter pay this it was a $500 bill. And I knew nothing about solar. And I did what most people do. First of all, my daughter called me for help to help her pay her power bill, and I couldn't help her pay it, not that month or anytime soon, because I couldn't afford to help her pay it, and she was having a hard time paying it herself. So I wasn't looking for solar as the answer. I sat down at my little computer, my little iPad, and I plugged in how to lower an electric bill. And all these energy efficiency measures and windows and insulation and LED lights and supercooling came up. And solar wasn't even the first, one on the list. It was 4 or 5 down. And as I read each one of them, I went, the first one, well, there's only so many energy efficiency measures you can implement in your home, but that's not going to reduce your power costs, your power bill. So, down the list, I started reading about solar, and it started making sense. First thing that caught my eye was there's no money to get started. It didn't cost anything for her to start saving off her power bill. So that was a big thing, and I said, this is sounding more and more feasible. So I kept reading, and it said producing your own kilowatts. That's the unit or the measure of electricity that they sell us when we are turning on our lights and our AC and our, TVs are on and we're doing laundry. So it's the measure of electricity that the power company sells us. So however many kilowatts you use a month, that's what your bill is. Well, that's what you think it is. Then there's the fees and the taxes and the surcharges that the power company adds on there. And then there's some things, they're called demand charges, and there's these hidden charges that you've already paid for your kilowatts and you paid the fees and taxes, and then they charge you again for using your electricity at a certain time of the day. So it gets to the point where, like I said, we're living unaffordably and uncomfortably in our own homes. So I called a few companies out, and as nice as these young men were, this was going to be the power source on my daughter's home where my daughter and my grandchildren lived. And if they couldn't answer my questions so that I understood how she was saving money, not just, we're just going to do this and do that and slap these panels up on your roof, I said, Chelsea, until I understand this completely, we're not doing this. I said, we already got a problem. You already got a problem with power. You already have a problem with the power bill. And you're asking me for help with it. And so until I understand this, I'm not going to tell you that this is the solution. So I said to my daughter after the second person came out, I said, let me sit down and figure this out. When I was a nurse, I did a lot of math, a lot of med math. And it's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's a lot of complicated math. I said, this is a math formula. And so I sat down at the kitchen table with a yellow pad of paper, and I figured out okay, this is how much electricity is she using over the last 12 months. That's a pretty good indicator of how much electricity she's going to need for the next 12 months. And then I said, there's all these different rate plans, because at nighttime when the sun goes down, the panels aren't going to produce electricity. She's going to have to buy some from the power company. So let me figure out the best rate plan for her to be on. So I did all that. I did all that calculations and figured that out. And then as I continued reading and researching, I read all those bad solar stories too, Carol. And I said, what was the number one reason that people were saying these bad things about going solar? And the number one reason that people were unhappy with going solar was that they didn't have enough electricity produced by their panels. Therefore, they were still buying too much electricity from the power company. Therefore, in their perspective, they weren't saving enough money, and some people didn't even think they were saving any money. So I said, oh boy, I'm not going to let that happen to my daughter. She's not going to be one of those bad solar stories.
You don't know Solar Sandy. There's no way that was going to happen.
I wasn't Solar Sandy then. I was just a mom and a grandma being a pit bull
Right.
against my, making sure that my daughter, if this was going to be a solution, it was going to be a solution that was going to benefit her. So I kept on reading, and I said, okay, well, I better give her a little bit of extra electricity so she has a little wiggle room. Who goes solar to keep their thermostat at 80 or 85 or 86 or whatever you're keeping it uncomfortable? When you're going to do this, you want to live a little more comfortably in your home and be able to use your electricity whenever you want to. Can't use it between 3 and you can't use it before 8 and all this stuff. So I said, I'm going to give her a little extra and give her that little bit of flexibility. And so I figured out this formula, and I checked my numbers, and I checked them twice, if not a dozen or more times. And the third fellow came, and I said, this is how many panels she needs, and this is how much electricity she needs to be producing, and this is the rate plan she needs to go on. And lo and behold, he did what I said. Well, if he didn't, we wouldn't have done it. So after it was on her home, I followed her bills with Chelsea. I just got off the phone with her, as a matter of fact. And I said, she goes, Chelsea says to me, Mom, do you see what I'm seeing? And I go, I sure do. And she goes, we're saving even more money than you had predicted. Well, I've always been the type of mom. I'd rather underpromise and overdeliver than overpromise and underdeliver. So I was very happy to see it was saving her even more money than I had predicted. And then her neighbor and her neighbor's neighbor and her neighbor's neighbor said, gee, who helped you go solar? And she didn't tell them the solar company. She said, my mom figured out this formula for our home that's really working and saving us all this money. And, her neighbor had bills of $300 and, something dollars and $400 and something dollars. So I helped them and I helped the next person. So anyways, after a lot of friends that I helped, and I wasn't doing this then, I was just helping my daughter and helping her neighbors. She says, Mom, you're really good at this, and you should consider doing this. So that is why I have been on a mission. Who would have thought that not being able to pay my own daughter's power bill would have given me the opportunity to help you save money on your power costs, therefore living more comfortably and more affordably in your own home. And it all started with that yellow pad of paper, and I now call it the kilowatt worksheet, because that's what I kind of jotted down. How many kilowatts does she use? How many does she need? What rate plan does she need to be on? So tell them how to go ahead and get that kilowatt worksheet started.
All you have to do is go up on her website. It's AskSolarSandy.com. She loves to help people. I was just going to say, before you started talking there, this really truly is Solar 101. How you started talking about saying what's there on that bill, this, that, and the other thing.
Understanding the bill.
That's what it's all about. And you're not working for a power company. You are a solar company. You work for yourself. You want to help people. You're trying to teach them how to produce their own power so that they can save money on a bill that they're paying way too much money on.
So I am your advocate because you're going to continue to buy electricity. If I educate you on how to pay less for buying that electricity by producing yourself and show you how it works, that's my mission that I'm on, Carol.
And she's here to help everyone, and she's helped a lot of people. You can call her direct. She loves to talk to people. Her number is 623-850-8229. Go up on the website. It's AskSolarSandy.com. So welcome back, everyone. We are talking with Solar Sandy and Solar 101. I love it. And I you know, your story has been told a lot, but the reason why you tell it is because it's amazing. It is amazing how it happened.
Well, the other thing that's amazing is since these new APS rate plans, okay, there was a rate increase August of 2017. So if you keep your paper bills, pull out your August 2017 bills and pull out your August 2019 bills, because there was a rate increase. They hit it by the different names of the rate plans, whatever. But your August, or even go back May or June or July of 2017. Look at May, June, July of 2018, and look at May, June, and July of 2019. People have seen their bills increase dramatically, and they're going to increase again in August. APS can be bringing a rate increase. It's called an unpublished rate increase as soon as August. And what's exciting that I have to show people is I have a proven formula that under the new rate plans that I can get your APS bill to zero, so you owe APS nothing every single month, and at the end of the year that they owe you money back. And people go, how can you do that? This rate plan was only available since May of 2018. So if you did solar before that, don't be, go, geez, what did she talk about? I don't have a zero bill. This rate plan wasn't available in 2015, 16, up until it didn't come out till May of 2018. So under the new rate plan, so I not only tell you that's what I can do for you, but I carry this huge book, and I didn't bring it in today, but Carol's seen it, and
It's getting bigger and bigger.
I added 6 more families' bills in there. And when I say my families, I call you my solar family, because I followed my daughter's bill for a year to make sure that I had given her the right guidance in choosing this as a solution to have lowered her power bill and her cost for her electricity. And every month I saw, okay, good, another month she's saving money, another month she's saving money. So I do the same thing for my families, my solar families. I follow their bills for an entire year, because I am excited to see that they owe APS nothing and APS owes them money back. And every month I add their next current bill, their next bill, and the majority of my families will get a check back at the end of the year. Now we're in July, August. These are the hottest months. So they've built up a credit, and then they'll use a little bit of that credit because they're using more electricity in these hotter months. And then as it starts to cool off, their credit will build back up again. So again, this is a rate plan that was only available since May of 2018, and I'm excited to tell people, how would you like to be your own power company, lock in your own power rate, know what you're paying for your electricity and understand it, and know that it's not going to go up again
For
25 years.
Right.
25 years. So here's the thing, folks. We're going to use electricity in our home every single day. There's only so many energy efficiency measures that you can incorporate into your lifestyle, barring going to the mall or going bowling every day and not using any electricity. And there's some people's homes I've been in that they try shutting off their AC between 3 and 8 p.m. and they're miserable.
Right. And you shouldn't be. Well, you could check her out on her website. Go out and fill out the kilowatt worksheet. Go up on there. It's AskSolarSandy.com. You can also call her. She loves to talk to you, and if you've talked to her before, she wants to talk to you again. If you haven't done anything, you've been on the fence and you're worried about, well, I have to have my roof fixed or things like that. This is what's really cool about Solar Sandy. She's got tool belts of people that she can bring in to help. Let's talk about that.
So I just had lunch with, so I've had Nick do some pretty amazing things for me. There's people out there that, maybe their roof is 15, 20, maybe it's even older than that, and they go, gee, I'd love to do this, but I can't afford to do my roof. Well, the nice thing about this is I can roll your roof into your solar with no money out of pocket. We can fix your roof and then add the solar, and then you're going to get the 30% federal tax credit on not only the solar but on the roof. So let me say this again. If you have been holding off on going solar because you're not sure, I'm offering a free roof inspection. Whether you go solar or not, you're going to have your roof inspected. It's monsoon season. I know we just had some monsoon. It's not over with yet. This is a free roof inspection. Call today, set up an appointment, and you're going to get a free roof inspection. That's valuable information. He is one of the very best people I have ever had the pleasure to meet. I had lunch with him and his wife today, and I don't usually talk about other people or anything on my show, but I've had people time and time again say, Sandy, he's done exceptional work. He's done over and above and exceeded what he said he was going to do, and he's just a really wonderful guy, his pricing and everything. So if you've been holding off going solar because you think you have an issue with your roof, I can help you. If you think you have an issue with your roof and you don't want to go solar, I can help you, because I'm going to offer today, anybody that calls today or even into this week will get a free roof inspection and an evaluation of the condition of your roof. And that in itself is very valuable, because like I said, we haven't even come through the end of monsoon season, and you might have seen some telltale signs. The last time we had some rains in the monsoon was like last week. We had strong winds last night. But you want to get your roof inspected. I'm offering a free roof inspection. Call
and then
today.
You said that you can roll that into. Explain that again one more time, real quick.
So maybe you haven't been able to afford to get your roof done. If you roll your roof in with your solar, there's no money out of pocket. So there's no money out of pocket. It can be rolled into your solar, and you'll get the 30% federal tax credit. If you want more information about that, please call me, because it can be rolled into your solar. You're paying nothing out of pocket for your roof, and then you're paying with the solar. So it's a really wonderful opportunity for those who need their roof done and also want to save money on their power bill.
The phone number to call is 623-850-8229. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people that have heard you've been on for years, but you know what? A lot of people are procrastinators. They have a lot of questions. They don't really know. And even if you've talked to her, there's so many things that change over and over and over. And this is another one. This is an example of that.
Absolutely, Carol. And what I do is every time that I come on the radio, I know I say some of the similar things repeatedly, but I always am trying to remind people, no, you are never not going to pay your power bill. It is not an option. You're going to buy retail power. Think of it this way. You're buying retail power from the power company, and they can raise the price of that retail power anytime they want, and they will continue raising the price of that retail power. When you're producing your own power, PYOP, producing your own power on your roof, that is producing wholesale power. You've locked in your own power rate, and the cost of those kilowatts, the unit of electricity that the power company sells you electricity on your bill, will not go up. And I can usually cut people's power costs in half and then some, especially with the federal tax credit. This is a year. If you're going to do this, folks, this is a significant time to do it. First of all, it's the hottest time of the year. You're seeing those high electric bills. If you don't want those next year, if you want a zero APS bill, this is the time to do it. And also, if you're going to do it, this is the time to do it, because you want to be installed before December 31st so that you'll be entitled to the 30% federal tax credit and the $1,000 back from the state.
And also right now, if you call her today or this week, you're going to get this free roof inspection, and if it all works out and you can roll in that into your...
no money out of pocket to do your roof and to do your solar combined.
So here's what I know about people. People do things when they're ready, but a lot of people out there they just are on the fence. And
maybe they didn't know. They were like, oh, I know I've got a problem up on my roof. I don't have the money to do my roof. Now you don't have to have the money to do your roof. You can do your roof and your solar all in one, and you don't have to come out of pocket pocket for any of it.
Now is the time to be ready. Now, not to wait. This is all she's going to do is come out and do a free consultation for you and find out, first of all, show you how to read your bills, show you how she can save you money, and see how it can work. And of course, now you've got this roofer that can come out and do the roof inspection.
A roof inspection. This is so valuable, everyone. You know, I have a flat roof, but still, I have solar panels all over my roof. I worry when I hear that wind coming up that the neighbor's roof is going to blow off. And sometimes you see a shingle or two blowing down the road. So have your roof inspected before you know you've got a real serious problem come December or January when we've got rain and you've got a leak going on. So there's no money out of pocket to do your roof and the solar together. Don't put off saving money on your electricity, PYOP, producing your own power and paying less for it. Don't let your roof hold you up.
And on top of that, by the end of the year, you're going to be getting money eventually back from the solar company.
From APS will zero your APS bill out, and APS will potentially be sending you a check at the end of the year.
There's tons of reasons to do it. Don't wait. Let's give her a call today. The number is 623-850-8229. Go up on her website. It's AskSolarSandy.com.